This is Damon Stevens with Finwealth Builders, and today is Monday, August 16th, 2021, and this is stock market update for our activity today. The SPY is high, and we got some great stocks that we're looking at to trade this week, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to Finwealth Builders, Finwealth Live, and now we can bring this content to you. Looking at the Dow Jones, it was up 0.31%, NASDAQ down 0.2%, and S&P 500 up 0.26%. Looking at the heat map, you can see that that the FANG stocks were doing fairly well overall today, and it was an overall good market. You can see that the only thing that really was down and hurting overall was energy. You had some mix in financials, some mix in consumer cycles and cyclicals, and technology was pretty good. If you look at the overall heat map of the world, you can see it's pretty mixed as well. You got a lot more negative selling going on here across the markets. You can look at China. China continues to be red and have down days. So a lot of their stocks are should be at bargain prices right now, and just waiting to see what gets sorted out there to see where we take advantage of those opportunities. Looking at the stock today, you can see on our scanner that MAOV was our top pick for the day this morning. And if we take a look at the chart, you can see that we had a nice little pop from $2.48 up to a high of $4. So, just a little over a dollar, and we talked about in multiple videos, it's 50 cents on a stock this price, you can make some really good money on because you can buy a lot of shares even with a smaller account. You see here we had a nice gap up, which is in the screen. Indicating the screen, had a nice run up, rally, a little retracement, which we talk about it as well every day, back to the 50. And so we're looking for support here, see if this will bounce off and give us another play for the day, or if it's not done, we'll come down here and fill the gap. So something we're looking at for tomorrow. Look at the earnings for this week. Roblox was one we were kind of looking at today, and really didn't give me a whole lot to work with, but we'll cover it anyway. Looking at really tomorrow before the open at Walmart. See if this gives a play. It's very elevated. Target as well this week. So a lot of retail for this week. So definitely looking for opportunities there. John Deere at the end of the week. One of the plays, with the government, if the stimulus package gets released for infrastructure, one of the things we'll be looking at is John Deere and Caterpillar and some others like that to see if they can give us a nice run. They've so just something to be aware of. Let me go ahead and mute my sound here. All right, and let's continue on. So Rolex, so you can see here, if you're shorting the stock, you had an opportunity during the day to short it, and if you missed that off the negative earnings, you had another chance to short it again after hours. And so I put the after hours on here just so you can see that we had a continuation. And so we're gonna look tomorrow to see, do we continue to drop further, or do we settle out here and flatten out for a little bit? But overall, negative for Rolex. So FLGC, so this one, we're looking for multi-day trade. For today, you can see that it gapped up, the low here, from yesterday towards the end of the day was $14. We hit $21.45, and then you see this long retracement pullback here. So if you could short this, that was an opportunity to pull this all the way back down here to where we broke out before. So that was a full retracement from the end of the day yesterday. All right, so we'll see if that plays out again, or if we're done with the trade, look at that tomorrow. UPST was a big trade for several people. This one you can see here, they had a lot of volatility first thing in the day. So the high up here of 213.90 and a low just on this first candle of 197. So a good $20 candles here. And you had a few of them here, and then you had this pullback here to 188.28, back up to a higher during the day of 210. 95, and then back down again. So a lot of volatility. A lot of people play this stock. We got a little bit of this, but to get more of this, if this continues to play out, you can see that the 50 is providing good support for this stock. So something to be aware of. UIAI, this is a multi-day trade as well. You can see here that the low at the pre-market was 451 and the high of 565. So a dollar and that's all you need on something like this. But hopefully you're able to get some of this from our multi-day trade. Airbnb, this again, as we're looking at earnings and news coming out, this is again with another multi-day trade. You can see here the high was 152.76, low of 144.90, and then back up to 148.57 by the day. So, whether you were shorting this or going long on this, it will give you an opportunity in both directions. Apple's been, giving us a good run. It consolidated for a little bit, and you can see here we had a high of 151 or 150, basically 151 at the beginning, pulled back down to 146.47, and then all the way back to 151. So you see here, nice little V shape here. So if you cut this down here, it moved pretty rapidly. So you could have got this, or you could have got the full run today. So hopefully you got some of that. mRNA, this has been a multi-week trade. And you can see here that we've been, pulling back, and we talked about the full retracement here. And it looks like it did retrace back to our support line that we had here at the breakout. And then it bounced back up. So we're going to watch this one. It's off the 20, and also it bounced off, which is, still bullish action. And we have this channel still going up in upward direction. So we'll see. This bounces up and runs tomorrow. If it breaks down below the 20, it'll probably come down here to the 50. In fact, you can see here, we had this is a multi-week trade as well. You see here for the last week, you've been able to get this to this high here of 260. And now we got a full big retracement come back down to 20, and then a pull back up towards just above the 10. So looking for additional movement on this stock tomorrow and throughout the rest of this week. The NTX multi-week trade as well. See here that it's bounced up, pulled back down just to our trend line here. We'll see if it bounces off this and continues to head north, or if it consolidates here and before making a choice to either fall down or bounce back up again. But riding on the 20 right now, so that's good support. Palantir had a nice little gap up. We'll go ahead and note that on here. Oh, we got it right here. And so you can see here just a little bit of a gap up, and then a little peak here, and then a gap down. And we're in this downward sloping channel. So we'll see if this has a pullback here. You got a nice doji here. That means it's going to pull back, but we'll continue on to that. Maybe a potential short here on this stock. The dollar had a nice run up to 93, pulled back, consolidated. Now it's back up against, just heading up towards this resistance here around 92.70. So it's trying to make a turn here. So we'll see what it can do. The VIX, a nice gap up, that typically draws down the market. In fact, I expected that, with the spike here in the VIX, that maybe we'd see more action on the downside. So far, not seen it. So we'll see what the week brings out. It's still in a good territory for allowing the market to continue to climb. It's under $19. So as long as it stays down here in these low ranges, it can continue to allow the market to continue to go to new highs. But something definitely to monitor. On the SPY, you can see here, the SPY is just like on this nice long bull run, staying above the moving averages. New highs again today, just a rocket ride. This is amazing what the SPY is doing. But be careful, make sure you're locking in profits. We're getting close to that 44.50 and 450, and I would suspect that it would probably find good resistance and bounce back off that 450 range before it hits it. So just kind of want to keep an eye on that, looking for a possible short opportunity. But if it is, it's only going to be like a scalp or a day only. It's not going to be long term, because the market's still bullish. So that's the trend. Triple Qs, nice little resting period here, nice consolidation here, looking for a breakup or breakdown. So hopefully it'll show us what it wants to do here soon. Semiconductors consolidating again on the 10 or the 20, and so we're looking at a direction on that as well. Dow Jones, a new high up here, just barely, and continues in a bullish momentum. IWM had a pullback. It consolidated quite a bit here. It's pulling back here. It's in a downward sloping channel. We'll see here if we can find some support, but so far very bearish on the IWM. XLF for financials. So you see here we had a nice little high after a few week run. And we're pulling back down here. We're down to the 10, looking at a possible down to the 20. We have a nice gap here to fill. See if that'll come down here and fill that out, or if we'll just run and consolidate in this channel. Gold's had a couple day run, couple week run after this pullback. Looking to see if it'll break out the upside here. We got resistance up here at the 200, around 1800. So looking to see if gold can continue a breakout here to new highs. So silver again, become bullish here. It's at the top of this trend here, this trend line here. So we'll see if it can hold that, break that line, and go towards 2468, or if it's going to just continue to consolidate here. Bitcoin came up almost to 48,000, kind of pulled back here. It's in a consolidation pattern right now. So just looking to see some movement here, but nice run on Bitcoin for those who got a hold of that. Same with Ethereum, consolidating, but nice run on Ethereum. Doge, it was a little late comer, but boy, did it just rally. So hopefully you're able to get a piece of this as well. Came up to resistance here, pulled back here, looking to find support here so that we can continue to trend up high. So those are stocks we're watching, ones that we're watching for continuation tomorrow. So stay tuned, provide us your feedback, and trade safe out there and lock those profits along the way. Everybody have a great night.